DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is about hypnotic rhythm. What is hypnotic rhythm? Hypnotic rhythm is something that the only person I ever actually hear talk about this using that exact term was this guy named Napoleon Hill. And he was an author who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. He wrote several other books. Another one that I specifically heard about this term from Hill in was a book called Outwitting the Devil. If you never read that book, go look it up. It's called Outwitting the Devil. He wrote it way back in the early to mid 1900s, but he didn't put it out because he was so afraid of some of the things that he was saying that he would be like basically what we call canceled now. He would have got canceled for putting this out. At least he thought he would. So he never put it out. His ancestors put the book out several generations later, like 2011, something like that. This book came out. But it's called Outwitting the Devil. You should look it up and you should absolutely read it. You might read damn near the whole book in the first sittings. And once you start reading it, you won't be able to put it down. Trust me, even those of you who don't read books. So in Outwitting the Devil, he talks about this concept called hypnotic rhythm, in which the devil, quote unquote, explains how he gets people under the spell of the devil, which is hypnotic rhythm is simply the process by which nature makes habits permanent. Let me say that again. Hypnotic rhythm is the process through which nature makes habits permanent. And you might think that might be a good thing. And it is if you have positive habits, but it also can destroy you if you have some negative habits. How many of you, for example, have a habit of procrastination? How many of you got the habit of putting things off until later? I mean, you had a habit of doing things slowly and taking your time as if you have unlimited amounts of time. I mean, you had a habit of seeing something that you know you need to do, but not doing it and saying, I'll get to it later. I'm just not going to do it right now because I just don't feel like it. All right. So I know I've described at least one habit that you have. Whoever's watching this video, I've described at least one habit of yours right there. Hypnotic rhythm is going to turn that habit of yours into your normal way of living. And 30 years are going to go by. You're still going to be doing the same thing. That procrastination, putting things off till later, not feeling like it, doing things slowly, never getting to stuff because you just don't feel like getting to them. That is hypnotic rhythm. That's what hypnotic rhythm does. Habits become your nature. There's a saying that your thoughts become words, your words become your actions become your habits become your character becomes your virtue, and your virtue becomes your destiny. So your thinking, that mindset, eventually leads to behavior, and that behavior becomes your destiny in life. I'm skipping over the steps, but you get what I'm saying here? This is what hypnotic rhythm means. So even if you never heard of hypnotic rhythm, you might have heard of that process, those thoughts, words, actions, that thing that I just laid out. You never heard of one, maybe you heard of the other one. You never heard of either one, now you heard of both of them. So what you need to do is start checking your habits. In my book, Work on Your Game, this book right here, you see the spine here, you can see the bottom of it right over there. In this book, Work on Your Game, I analogize how your habits are like your staff. They're like your employees. They work for you. So any of you who doesn't have employees on the payroll, you actually do. Your habits are your employees, because every habit that you have, you are paying for it with your life, and it is representing you out in the world. So if you don't like anything that your representation is showing to the world, then you need to fire some of your staff, i.e. your habits, and replace them with better workers, i.e. better habits. Everybody follow what I'm saying here? That's how you make changes in your life. Change your habits, because habits control 85% of what you think. They control 85% of what you do. So what you need to change is what that hypnotic rhythm is programming into you, not just what you consciously think about. Like right now, you might be constantly thinking about certain things, but you need to change what your subconscious is thinking about, because that controls more of your behavior than your conscious thoughts do. Got this? My book, The Mental Workbook, this book right here is where I explain this. You can get this book at workonmygame.com/workbook. Again, workonmygame.com/workbook. So with all that said, folks, text me. So you're getting my Monday motivation text that I send out for free every Monday. You also get the daily motivation text, guaranteed to have you focused, sharp, and on point. You can just join my text community for free. We'll tell you your options. My number is 305-384-6894. Again, 305-384-6894, completely free of charge. Secondly, workonyourgameuniversity.com. That is where I do all my coaching. If you want to work with me directly, the only place to do it is at workonyourgameuniversity.com. The link is down below in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get every notification, every new video we drop here on this channel, and work on your game. Dre, all